Well, you may have heard of this controversial book, Go to Bleep Sleep, or To Sleep, written by a father who was exhausted and he couldn't actually get the kids to bed. So he wrote this little book, and it mimics the style of a kid's bedtime story. It's become a bestseller on Amazon before it was even published. Now, it's been brought to life by an iconic member of Play School. Have a look.
All the kids from daycare are in dreamland. The froggy has made his last leap. Hell no, you can't go to the bathroom. You know where you can go, to sleep. The tiger reclines in the simmering jungle. The sparrow has silenced her cheep. Your stuffed bear. I'm not getting you. Close your eyes, cut the sleep. Go back to sleep. And that's the end of the story.
It surely is the end of the story, and that was Noni Hazlehurst. Well, considering she's a role model for children, has this gone too far for their view this morning? Jean Kittson and Dannielle Miller, ladies, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Okay, we've got role model for children there.
Yes.
But this has been on YouTube, and it's clearly not for children, so what's your view?
I think she's done a fantastic job with a brilliant book. I love the book. It's what all parents really want everyone to say, because when you're a new parent, no one tells you you're going to be sleep deprived and anxiety-addled and dribbling wreck.
They must have given that manual before you had children.
No, the manual was super mum when I had my first child. You know, a sex goddess, a house goddess, and a CEO. Oh yeah, baby. But you know, no one tells you when you get this tiny screaming, and they won't go to sleep. Is like.
So come on, Dannielle, what do you reckon?
Oh, I agree with you. I mean, there's such a focus on the actual birth itself that no one tells you about the horror afterwards. And I
let's move forward. Sleep deprivation. Let's look at the book.
Let's
let's look. Samuel, this is a lot of celebrities have you know, this clever guy in California has created this book. He's got celebrities like Samuel L. Jackson has done this, and it has become, it's almost a classic now.
Yes.
But a lot of people are getting a little upset about it. Should we?
Well, I think the thing is that it has gone viral. So it's obviously, you know, touching a nerve in parents who are desperately sleep deprived and sick of the yummy mummy stereotypes. This is a book aimed directly at adults. It's not aimed at children. I'm far more alarmed, as is Noni, about the types of billboards and posters and T-shirts that we see every day that are really porn-inspired and highly sexual, and you've got no choice about your child seeing those because they're there, you know, for public display.
But answer the call that Noni Hazlehurst, this is Miss Play School.
No, but don't you remember Noni in the jumping song? Noni has been this sort of, men have drooled over Noni, whether she knows it or not, while the children are watching, you know, the Play School and her reading the books. When Noni does a jumping song, that was really famous for parents, for fathers, for years, because Noni would stand up, jump up and down, and everyone go, Noni's doing the jumping song, and then watch. So,
with or without bra.
Yeah, well, exactly. Well, I didn't ask.
But I mean, there are a lot of people criticising it, but are we just sort of in danger of just becoming too politically correct? Because this, let's face it, it's gone viral. But, you know, toddlers or babies and children are not supposed to hit the internet and see this, but they do.
The thing is, though, also, Noni hasn't been on Play School since 2002, so we're probably the generation that associate her more with that particular show and that phase of our childhood. Look, it probably was a risky move for her to read something like this out, which does use, you know, strong language. But I think her point, and I spoke to her last night, her point was to really raise awareness about how tough it is sometimes to be a parent and get dialogues going about that, because so often we do get caught up in that yummy mummy, perfect parent, I'm fine facade that we all have to put on. And I remember my little girl didn't sleep till 2, thinking at one point, you know, I would go through birth 1,000 times again if it just just meant this bloody child would sleep.
Yeah,
I,
yeah.
you know,
Well,
I think
what's
she really
interesting,
taps into
we
the
have
desperation.
depicted this. It was removed when I went to have a look at it again this morning. It was removed by YouTube for, quote, being a depiction of harmful activities.
Isn't that absurd? There are so many things on YouTube.
I understand that. Yes, I don't understand that at all. So I think just...
So is there any downside that, as far as you ladies are concerned?
Well, I think the downside is that it's been removed from YouTube.
You know what I do predict, and I'll be really interested if anybody can back this up in the next couple of weeks or months. All the little toddlers, because Mummy and Daddy are going to have a huge joke about this at home. Mummies and Daddies will be very funny about it, and at kindergarten in the next couple of weeks, the magic word is going to be dropped more times than they've ever heard before. It'll sort of quantum leap.
Well, I'm looking forward to the sequel, you know, eat your beeping vegetables, get in the beeping car. I think
Yeah, that's right.
there
I
should
think
be
there
more
should be a
opportunities
whole
for parents to
serial.
vent.
That's
Yes.
right.
Okay, I just can't wait to hear the language on the kids in the next few weeks. Jean Kittson, Dannielle Miller, thank you very much as
Pleasure.
always.
You're welcome.
Okay.